This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Hey, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
That's all right. And away we go. Welcome to Season 16 and episode number 3508. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. And you are in the Men's Room. On tap today, Ryan Castle joins us, and once again we will sit and spin as we dip into the covers that are better, with 10 cover songs that might be better than the original version. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, the Men's Room Shout of the Day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorites, TV Time with Tim.
Clack.
All right, here we go. Terror on Minnesota lakes as they are being invaded by monster goldfish that people have flushed. Meanwhile, a man finds a 19th century witch bottle with urine, a tooth, and hair that needs brushed. Folks on TikTok not happy with a guy who tells people he's sterile so he doesn't have to strap one on. Taco Bell employees light off fireworks in the store, and now their jobs are gone. And a married mom makes $4,000 a month selling videos of herself farting. True story. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, everyone, even the most innocent among us, well, you're up to no good sometimes, right? It's just human nature. But the thing about being up to no good is the effort it takes to do it successfully. See, that's the real trick. But alas, sometimes one small detail, well, it blows our cover. For example, a DoorDash delivery driver got busted for stealing a Taco Bell Doritos Locos taco from a customer's order. Now, the telltale evidence? That's right, the Dorito dust on the driver's fingers. That's all it took. They pieced it together. Then there's a guy in Pennsylvania. He successfully stole $2,000 worth of clothes and shoes from a Dick's Sporting Goods. He actually got away with it, but he got caught because he walked back into the store to return something he'd stolen but didn't want. Let that sink in for a second. I stole all this crap. All I got to do is drive away. I realized, I don't want this pair of shoes, so I go in to return it. Yeah. In the end, he was arrested. And then there are those people that do more than steal tacos or steal shoes. They do things like run an international drug ring. And it's amazing that their international drug ring collapsed because of a box of Legos and a children's birthday party. But like we said, sometimes it's the little things that give you away or get you in trouble. And sometimes, well, frankly, it's also the big things. But that's what we want to talk about today. That one bit of damning evidence that got you or someone else in trouble. It happens a lot in childhood. Unfortunately, it continues into adulthood. But today we want to know who got busted And what did they get busted doing?
Big part of the big show. Call 206-421-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Start summer up by mixing things up with top paint and stain brands at Lowe's. Shop HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, Valspar, Cabot to find the perfect pop of color or classic shade you've been looking for. And don't forget to prep your deck for the season with reliable wood stain and sealer. Now's the perfect time to complete your paint or stain project. Lowe's, all things summer, all at the right price.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All the Patellos, and away we go. Welcome to Season 16, episode number 3,508. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. That is a fact. We have exciting news. We have Ryan Castle stopping by. Once again, we will sit and spin as we celebrate 50 years of KISW. 25 from 50 that Ryan does every weekend, Saturday and Sunday at noon, featuring 25 songs from 50 years of KISW. Last week it was 1980. Duets have been included on this. This week it's going to be covers. So the 25 most notable covers. 50 years of KISW. So today, we dip into covers with Sit and Spin. And we have 10 cover songs that actually might be better than the original version of the tune.
All right, fair enough.
So the people who wrote it wasn't that it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but somebody said, you know what, I can do a little better than that.
That's got to make you feel good. Hey, man, I heard your song. My band can play it better.
Yeah, we're not happy with what you put down, so we're going to do it better. And then, you know what I mean? In that song, the cover almost becomes more popular than the original.
Now, we play in the KISW cover band, the New Originals, and we do not do it better. But we opened for Queensryche once, and we had them kind of freaked out. It's about 10 minutes before we're going to go on stage, right? So we said, hey, guys, how do you play the one part of the one song? And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, we're doing all Queensryche covers. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah.
Why do you think I thought that's why you hired us.
That's what the whole gig. I mean, they were like upset, man. I said, man, we're just messing with you. We're not going to open your show.
Oh, no, don't you cry. I need more on the back end.
And where is all the damn Red Bull?
Jeff, am I doing this right? Wipe away the teardrops from your eye. And, oh, man, we have some news for you. Listen to this. Today is the debut of the Men's Room Happy Hour. Starting at 6 o'clock tonight, we are going to go exclusively on Odyssey. Now, as you know, we are limited to what we can talk about here on the airwaves based on the FCC. All right? So they're going to give us a little bit of time to do our own little feature every day, starting at 6 o'clock, and it's only available on the Odyssey app. All you have to do is search for the Men's Room on the Odyssey app, or you can find it on KISW.com. If you don't have the app, download it right now for free. You can do that in the Apple Store and Google Play. So at 6 o'clock, we will continue the show, just not on these airwaves of KISW.
Correct.
We will continue on the Odyssey app. Now, what that does, and if you've listened to the show for a number of years, you know, I believe the last time that this happened was on Friday on Ted versus the FCC. I stumbled through trying to read the FCC. I cussed, and then Ted, I believe you nailed it. You actually.
Ted cussed.
Oh, you cussed as well.
Yeah, I got dumped twice on Friday.
So whenever we cuss, we play this.
Once again, bedroom colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
So just so you know, those rules don't apply.
That is correct.
During the men's room happy hour. So honest to God, there's a lot of things that we kick around that we would love to talk to you about, but we
can't.
We just really can't. You know what I mean? Like, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I don't know, what mammal on this planet has the most ejaculate? We know. We're going to talk about it. We would love to sit down with you in gallon form and let you know.
And not just that, but we decided to go down the wormhole. Like, hey, man, it's not just about ejaculate, but they also point out how large this particular animal's penis is. And then I did the research for penis to body size ratio. You would be amazed.
Is it a small creature that actually has the most percentage?
I'll tell you this. The number one was a barnacle.
Huh.
So that thing stuck to the side of the boat. They're packing mad heat.
Really?
Man, yeah, I hated that I was interested in this, but I realized all my Google searches are like penis size of.
Yeah.
But, it was amazing
I was showing Steve the other day herring when they spawn, all right?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You don't even want to know what happens to the water. It looks like a white cloud. It looks like somebody went and just dumped milk into the ocean. I mean, it is.
I guarantee you've been in it and just thought it was foam.
Right, it's not. It's something else. So, anyway, when we get into this happy hour, and we'll do it every day after the show at 6, Monday through Friday, all right? We're going to take a little time to talk about things that happened that day, things that were in the news that we can't really get into. Yes, you can be a part of the program. You can still call up at 206-421-ROCK. Now, granted, if you're listening to us on the app, you'll be able to hear yourself. Turn the volume down as usual. Yeah. You can always text in at 77999. The show every day at 6 o'clock will be a live show. So you'll be allowed to participate within the show. You'll be able to call up in the show, share your ideas as well. But we're just doing it in an unscripted format, a little bit more unfiltered as far as what we are allowed to say, which, as you know, we are governed by the FCC. So certain things just can't fly here. They will be able to fly on the app.
It's like international waters.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Once you're out there, you can
like
do it.
With Captain Crunch, yes.
So someone else says, can you tell us about the incident that will never be mentioned on the KISW airwaves? No, that's a legal thing.
Right.
That's a legal thing that we have to. The FCC has nothing to do with that. That's
a story we can't tell you in a bar.
Because our bosses might shoot and kill us.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's fair. We get it.
So,
and someone else says, if I'm listening now on the Odyssey app at 6, can I just stay on it? I'm not 100%, man.
Okay, no, that's because that's not how it works. This is the men's room happy hour. You can still download and listen to our show anytime. The men's room is on there. You search for the men's room, then you look for the men's room happy hour. It's not going to continue on our daily podcast. It's not going to continue on our daily stream. This is an exclusive, only available on the Odyssey app. That's the only place you can get it. You download that app. You probably already have it now. All the hundreds of new stations and everything that's there. This is kind of a part of that, and we're going to do our own little thing after the show at 6 o'clock. So you download that bad boy, you are good to go. It's the men's room appy, as in APPY, because it's on the app, you see. That's the gimmick, the appy hour, where we get to talk about whatever in the hell we want. So we're excited for that. Please download that Odyssey app now. Join us at 6 o'clock this evening and every weekday night at 6 o'clock, as we'll take a little time to delve into some other stuff.
I'm going to answer a few questions. One that says, what is the app name and spelling? It's Odyssey, but if you're literate, you'll spell it wrong. So it's AUDACY. AUD.
It's absolutely free. You can get it at the App Store or Google Play.
Thank you. That was the next one. Where do we find this? Where do you find it within the Odyssey app? Just type in men's room. It'll show up.
Yeah. And then right underneath that, there'll be a couple. There'll be men's room as far as the show you're listening to now. And then there'll be the men's room appy hour. You want to listen to the appy hour. If you go there right now, there's nothing playing. All right, there might be a tune playing. We might have the La 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 song going. It might be just dead air because there's nothing there. It's only going to be live starting at 6 o'clock, and when we're done, it's not going to be live anymore. So there's not going to be anything there. This is the one time that you get a chance to listen to us, just kind of freeform a little bit, and it'll be there on the app at 6 o'clock tonight. So just search for the men's room on the Odyssey app. You can also find it at KISW.com. Right now, it's at the top of the page.
Someone else says, damn. Making you guys work more for the same amount of money. Look, there's a few caveats. One, we can cuss. Two, we can drink. I don't care. Seriously, it's that. They say you can drink, do whatever you want.
Yeah, we're going to sample some fine beers.
Right. We're
like
done talking
cream
about
ale and all that stuff.
Someone else says, hey, bitches, won't this be an extended version of The Greatest Story Never Told? No,
we didn't.
That's a specific thing that we're talking
And
about.
we didn't cuss on that. You know what I mean? We kept that.
Well, you did a lot. Mike just beeped it out.
Right.
Oh, that might have happened.
Cleaned it up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. But either way, no, it's going to be a little bit more open than the Great Story Never Told. So.
And finally, the new Appy Hour, Appy, not Happy. I'm sure.
Appy, APPY.
Will it be loaded onto the daily podcast? I do not believe so. No, Mike is shaking his head no.
This is exclusively
Listen
live.
to it at 6.
One time a day at 6 o'clock on the Odyssey app. It's an exclusive to the Odyssey app. That's the only place you're going to be able to get the content.
We'll bring it up again, and you can ask all these questions again. I do appreciate everyone's asking the questions.
I mean, look, if you're not savvy on it, you know what I mean? It's really easy to figure out. You download the Odyssey app, you get it on your phone, you search for Men's Room, you'll see the Men's Room Appy Hour, and you listen starting at 6 o'clock. Right, seriously, right when we go off the air, when we say, a Double Flush production, that we're on. We're on the Odyssey app. We're just going to continue the show, and we're going to do it there exclusively. And the lovely Taryn Daly will take over as usual on the KSW airwaves. We're going to do a little bit more time every day. So that's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's move on to the question here about getting busted. And what did you get busted doing? And we start with this video that has been picked up a lot on TikTok. Over the weekend, a woman named Caitlin, she went on TikTok and said she ordered a meal from her for her entire family from Taco Bell. And it was delivered through DoorDash. Now, she noticed that the seal on the bag was broken. So to me, that right away you're thinking, who the hell would do that, right? There's a seal on the bag for a reason.
To let you know that your bag has remained sealed. That's the whole point.
Like if you got a birthday card that was already opened and your grandma always gave you money, right? But then you opened up the card and there was no money in there.
You go, huh?
I wonder why there's no money in this birthday card when she always sends me money in this card, because the seal is broken, the envelope was open. She had a pretty good idea, but she didn't get too crazy about it. She did see that the seal was broken, but a Doritos Locos taco was missing from the order. Now, those two things occasionally will happen accidentally. Maybe the seal broke, maybe they forgot to put something in there. But together, they definitely suggest that something is a little bit of a miss here.
I don't know that I've ever seen, especially the fast food joints, they always put that seal on there. I don't know that I've ever seen one broken.
No, you wouldn't take the food. You'd be afraid that somebody might have done something.
That's why they put it on. Look, they know it's fast food. Look, I don't care who you are, with the exception of Miles Montgomery. If there's fast food and it's in a car, and your goal is to eat it at home, half of what you bought you can eat at home because you've eaten the other half. Right?
Yeah, right.
They know this. So they put the seal on it, because I know even the drivers are like, yeah, that looks it. Keep in mind, man, it's not like the driver works for McDonald's or Taco Bell or they're sick of it. They pick up food from everywhere.
But this is honest to God. So no, I am 100% convinced of this. 100%. You don't get a pizza and someone took a slice, unless you worked here years ago. You don't get a cheesesteak with a bite taken out of it. You know what I mean? There's not. If you get a 3-piece chicken dinner, there's 3 pieces of chicken in there. The reason the seal exists is for one reason only, and that reason is because of McDonald's French fries. And as soon as McDonald's started delivering, they had to guarantee, because no one can resist McDonald's French fries.
And you would never notice a few fries missing.
You would never. So I'm thoroughly convinced the seal exists only because of McDonald's French fries. So that's the reason.
I think you're 100% correct.
I mean, there's no other food that I can think of from any other restaurant
that you can just kind of steal. Because even like mozzarella sticks, you know you're getting at least 6, right?
Yeah.
Well, generally the menu tells you how many's going to be in the order.
Does it?
Yeah, it'll say like 6 mozzarella sticks or 8. Especially if you're ordering online to get it to your home. Right. Whereas Miles is right. Like a large fry from McDonald's, who knows?
I could take a couple fries. I think, but I think maybe the best place to pilfer, if the seal would not be there, would be a 20-piece McNugget.
No, they're going to know. Because people count their nuggets,
they
man.
Do not count 20.
They do count their nuggets.
Who counts their nuggets?
Ted, would you count your nuggets?
You're damn right.
See, it's a delivery.
If I get a 20-piece, there better be 20 in there.
But would you know? Like if I just took one, you would know. If I took
one. You don't get home and count them 2 by 2?
No.
Dude, you can't take people's nuggets. People know. And again, and with that, because you're ordering by number, that is a specific number.
But there's so many.
But it's only 20.
But you got to keep in mind your nugget to sauce ratio, right? So you got to look at how many sauces you have, count your nuggets, make sure there's 20. Then you can figure out how many nuggets per sauce.
And
you know how to
really divvy them up? Like, what if I put 21 in there? Would you know?
That would be a bonus.
Get an extra nugget. Would you even know?
Yeah.
And you got to remember, anything like a 20-piece, there's the chance that they share. And when people share, people demand exactly even amounts, right?
See, when I get a 20-piece, it's for everybody. You know what I mean? It's like...
That's what I'm saying. But if there's 4 of you, everybody wants at least 5. Maybe someone will stop before, someone gets an extra. It's like our experiment we wanted to do at a restaurant. We say, all right, a group of 4 dudes comes in. They order mozzarella sticks, all right? Normally, maybe at a 4 top, you get 8. We're going to give you 7.
Just to see who only gets one.
How it goes down,
just to
right?
see who only gets one.
So you mess with someone's chicken nuggets that they ordered by the specific number of nuggets, man. You're crazy.
Plus, they don't sell a 20-piece to share. They sell it because they know people like me are going to eat 20 nuggets.
Okay. Well, so Caitlin with the Doritos Locos Taco gone and the bag seal broken, thought something was amiss, so she looked back at the drop-off photo that the DoorDasher sent, which is what they do. They send a photo. But her hand, the person who delivered it, the person's hand was in the picture. The delivery woman's fingers can be seen in the corner of the picture, and it clearly looks like they have an orange Dorito Cheeto dust on them. And there's nothing, you know that dust.
That's the only thing that makes anything look like that is that.
Right. There's only two things that put dust on your hands, Doritos and Cheetos, right?
Right.
I mean, that's it. In the food world, is there anything else? I mean, maybe cheddar popcorn. I don't know.
No, but you're right. Like, it's so specific. Like, a lot of chips leave a residue, but those are the only two you really notice.
Even if you get flaming hot Cheetos, that dust doesn't really come off on your fingers like the original.
But also, it's red.
Yeah, exactly. So the woman's got orange dust on her fingers. So Caitlin showed the video and the photo of on TikTok and said, quote, "Y'all, tell me that ain't Dorito dust on this woman's fingers. Tell me this woman didn't eat my taco." DoorDash did reimburse Caitlin for the missing taco, which was her dinner, by the way. That's what she ordered for herself. It's unclear whether or not they are investigating the Dasher or not. But either way, you know this person was busted. They ate the taco.
Of course.
They went through the order.
Now, Miles, you have irritated some people.
Why is that?
Which is nothing new. Probably because you opened your mouth at all. But specifically, someone here says, "Don't touch or short my nuggets. I count them bitches." Someone else, "Yo, I definitely count my nuggets."
You count your nuggets?
I will continue. I always count my nuggets because I'm hoping for that super rare occasion when I get an extra one. Someone else points out, "Damn right I count my nuggets. Whether it's 6 or 20, I count. Even my cheese sticks, I count." Now,
I'm with you. Like, I never, until you brought it up, I didn't think about it. But yeah, every time I get home, I count the nuggets.
people count the nuggets because you ordered by the number. I said I wanted 6 nuggets. You gave me 5 goddamn nuggets. I'm mad.
If I get 19, I wouldn't be that pissed.
I'm mad because I ordered the 20. I did not order the 19-piece nugget. I ordered the 20-piece nugget.
Okay, how many nuggets per dipping sauce in?
Oh, 5.
5.
I was going to say 4, but I get a little sauce.
So you get 4 sauces per 20-piece nugget then?
Ideally.
You should.
Okay, all right.
Now, so other people have commented on this. It says, look, the easiest to steal, and I agree with this 1,000%, as far as fries from a fast foodish type of place.
Five Guys?
Five Guys, because they dump so many fries. I almost feel like they do that
seal
for you.
I bet they seal the bag.
Well,
they don't
now,
seal the bag?
wait. Someone else says, look, I worked for DoorDash. Now, I have broken the seal on the bag before, but only to double check that the order was correct from the restaurants that usually miss items.
All right, fair enough.
Right.
But that said, if you got Cheeto dust on your fingers.
But isn't that on the restaurant? I mean, that's not on the delivery driver. I mean,
but
maybe they got to go back and pick the.
But the driver's the dude that has to get the heat. Right?
Correct.
He's the one at your door. So if you're mad that there's only 19 goddamn nuggets in your 20,
I can't believe you people are counting nuggets.
Dude, everybody counts the nuggets.
I can't believe
everybody
it's blowing my mind.
Hell yeah, I count my nuggets. Plus the nuggets come in 10 to a box times 2. So if I'm missing one to be more noticeable.
I thought it just came in a big box.
Someone else, I count my onion rings, how many pickles are on my burger. Yeah, man, don't mess with people's food, bro.
There's only one pickle on a McDonald's hamburger.
McDonald's, I usually get 2.
Technically, it's 2.
Is it 2?
Yeah.
See? I've counted.
Better start counting my pickle. All right. Our question, who got busted and what did they get busted doing? 206-421-ROCK.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Start summer up by mixing things up with top paint and stain brands at Lowe's. Shop HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, Valspar, Cabot to find the perfect pop of color or classic shade you've been looking for. And Don't forget to prep your deck for the season with reliable wood stain and sealer. Now's the perfect time to complete your paint or stain project. Lowe's, all things summer, all at the right price.
99.9 KISW. The men's room is in progress.
Our question, who got busted and what did they get busted doing? 206-421-ROCK.
We got a few more follow-up comments to our DoorDash Taco Bell stealing driver. Someone here says, okay, let's keep this anonymous. As an Uber Eats driver myself, I can report some data. In the 2-ish years I've been doing this, I've eaten 3 fries. None of them were from McDonald's because I think those are nasty. And then they check back in. Uber Anonymous Part 2, I can confirm what they said about Five Guys. That was where I ate 2 of the 3 fries.
Did you take the big ones? You better take I'm going for a big one. You know
what do you mean?
I'm going for the biggest fry I can find.
I would just eat a handful. Seriously, from Five Guys, you could eat an entire handful. No one's going to notice that you ate the fries.
Why don't they just give some fries in a little bag to the driver? Because they know. You know what I mean? Just a tiny bag of fries.
Because they know they're going to take them.
Well, they know they're going to eat them. Like, dude, here's a little small bag for you to take them, just for you.
That's like saying, let me give $20 to a bank robber. Like, they know they're going to eat the fries. I don't need to give them separate.
But if you give them a little bag of it, maybe they won't eat yours.
You don't know that. Someone else says, I'm a driver. I never, ever break the seal intentionally. If the restaurant messes up, that's on the restaurant. I've never eaten or been contacted by Uber over this. Someone else says, I deliver for DoorDash. It's so easy to steal food because the app will reimburse you regardless who steals the food.
No. Well, but it's got to be, but it's going to be, but it's you. You're the person in between the restaurant and the customer.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but you can't prove that it was the driver and not the restaurant that left out something.
That's exactly it, right?
What if it was the waiter before they brought your plate to the table? You know what I'm saying? We don't know about that. Think about that. You know what I mean? You go someplace, you get fries and hamburger, cheeseburger, whatever you want, and then before maybe you're 2 fries short, then you don't even know it.
I used to work with a guy at Cheese.
It is not unheard of for somebody to snag something off a plate.
Yeah, but what if
we have one waiter you never
What if when the waiter came up, he's chewing food?
This guy was always chewing. And it was when he picked up food from the kitchen to take to a table, and again, this is Chi-Chi's, and I mean, he would eat straight off your plate, deliver the food, and then when people were done eating, he would eat their leftovers, man. Because he'd come
like,
rolling.
What would he take, like a spoonful of rice or something?
No, it'd be like if you ate half a burrito. This is a burrito, with teeth marks in it, man. And he would just straight up pick this thing up, take like a bite or two, and he was always chewing. Always chewing. Picking food up, dropping it off, man. And that's the dude who later died getting electrocuted, changing the light bulb.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You think he ate at home?
I don't know. It's ridiculous because the thing is, among all of us who worked at Chi-Chi's, he struck us as the guy at the time who had it the most together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
people either drug addicts or the drunk or whatever. And so he came off as the guy who had it together, and that's why it was always so weird to me that this dude that presented himself so well all the time was the only guy that constantly ate everyone's food, just customers.
Right.
He wouldn't steal your food, but if you were a customer, whatever you ordered, you didn't get it all.
Wasn't there another DoorDash video a couple weeks ago of somebody eating a customer's food as well? And that's a weird thing about, with all the cams now, people have them in their cars, all the door cams and all that stuff. The reason that person was busted with the Cheeto dust or the Dorito dust was because because they take the picture, and if someone would maybe even have a door cam, I mean, not work in that scenario, but we had the case of the woman who was working for the Postal Service who just flung the package up on top of the roof. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have got busted doing it if it wasn't for the door cam. The guy who went outside to fart
but
loudly.
She got busted because DoorDash just sends you a picture.
Right, of the delivery in progress. There was the guy who went outside to fart, and his neighbors who were like 100 yards away, they heard him walk out on the porch.
They heard this fart.
Yeah. And so they called his wife. He's like, dude, you got to check your cam because your husband just went outside and absolutely ripped him and busted his ass. But I mean, like these cameras, man, they catch a lot of stuff.
That is actually the guy's fart. Yeah. So the neighbors were across the street and heard this.
Right.
Can you throw it in there?
Do married people do that? I mean, would you ever walk outside to fart so you would offend the...
No, dude. I mean, look, we're married, so now I just fart. The only thing is, and I was talking to VD about this, I'm like, some nights you wake up and you're about to just drop terrible ass. I will try to hang my ass outside of the sheets. Because I'm like, look, it's one thing to wake up your spouse in the middle of the night, but I don't want to do it because I farted. I just feel like it's going to be a bigger problem than it needs to be. And I don't feel like fighting about a fart. Although, all of that said, so actually my wife drove out here to be with me because I'm that irresistible. She drove across country with her father. They stopped in Montana at some little divey place to get some food, as far as people taking a bite out of your food. I don't remember what she ordered, but her food got delivered to the wrong tables, like a family of 4, and they got 2 plates that this other family ordered. So my wife looks down, determines this is not what I ordered, grabs the waitress. Hey, I think you maybe gave me the wrong plate. Waitress says, hey, no problem. I'll switch the plates. And she did. But the dude had already taken a bite out of my wife's sandwich.
Oh.
Yeah, but the waitress just set it down. And I was like, can I get anything else for you, honey? And she's just like, you know what, forget it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
she didn't take, oh, no.
She was like,
no.
She could just tell it was more trouble than it's worth. But I was like, wait, what?
You know she knew.
Yeah, she said, but to the waitress, it's no big deal.
No big deal.
Because the waitress even stated, like, hey, they only took 1 bite. And, like, she wasn't joking.
Oh, my God.
They're like, oh, hey, you only took 1 bite. Glad I caught it in time.
Why don't I take a bite of this then?
Yeah, I mean, goddamn.
Before I send it over. Who got busted? What's that?
Sorry, one more quick follow-up on this. Apparently, according to many drivers, Red Robin will give free fries to the drivers.
That's a good idea.
So Red Robin does.
Yeah, but they have endless fries anyway, right?
Bottomless,
correct. Yeah, I mean, whenever you...
Bottomless, yeah, whatever.
I mean, look, I think it's nice, but also at some point, like, it's a different environment, but, like, I don't know, you don't give a side dish to the waiter.
Because they'll eat it for you.
You don't, but that's part of my rule as far as not eating in the car. The reason that people think it's so ridiculous is because I'm the only one who does it.
Because you're a regular human. But, like, if you're driving to deliver food, like, you're getting, like, that's a job.
Okay, look.
Right.
Like, I always eat fries in the car.
Okay.
But if I was dropping it off, I hope I could fight the urge.
Doesn't a waiter get, like, a comped meal every day that he works, though?
He might.
Depends on the place.
Yeah. But, okay, look. I know for a fact. If there's a chicken wing place in town, right?
All right.
I haven't been there yet. I want to go. You know what I mean? It's one of those places. And I just happen to have it on my delivery, you know, and if there's like 20 wings in there, I might deliver
20.
Yeah, I might deliver 19 wings.
You're going to get popped, man.
Just to try one of the wings.
You can't take someone's wings. You know they'll know
like Wingstop. I've never been to Wingstop. I want to go to a Wingstop. I know there's a few in the area, in the surrounding area, right? Always wanted to try their wings. If there's that opportunity, be like, dude, this is a huge bag of wings. They're obviously having a party. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday. There's so many wings.
How many wings do they have to order for you to be comfortable to take one? Because I'm telling you, if it's 20 or less, they're going to chase your car down the street.
If it's a big ass like catering thing, man, I might.
You can take a few.
Yeah, I might open up the tin foil a little bit and get.
And I'll tell you that if I drive for you and I discover that you've ordered waffle fries, I'm going to eat some of your waffle fries.
If Hooters, you know what I mean? If they were part of that service and they just had like a party tub of wings. You kidding me?
Party tub,
yeah. Buffalo Wild Wings. And oh, man, come on. I've never tried this flavor before. What's the big deal? You know what I mean? I'll just come prepared.
Yeah.
I have some wet naps in my car. Whatever. I mean, I just want to try it. Make sure that no one's going to die. That's what I do when I tell my kids. Like, we taste that ice cream real quick. Make sure it doesn't have poison in it.
Right.
Who got busted and what did they get busted doing? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Adobe. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hey,
Hola.
what's good, y'all?
Hola.
I have 2 stories. I've thought about it, so I'm going to tell you guys the one that I told Mike first because I don't want to upset him.
Go throw a chair.
My oldest son, his senior year in high school, the rules are nobody's banging in my house but me. No girls in the daggone house.
Okay.
So I'm a delivery driver. So my schedule is I get off work when I'm done. I know that what time he gets out of school, so I fluctuate it so I can see if he's up to no good because I don't trust teenagers. I'm not dumb. I used to be one.
Yeah.
So I come in the house and I know my son's home. I don't see him, but I see shoes because we got to take out the shoes when we come in the house at the door. And I'm like, they're the size of my wife's feet, but I don't ever remember her wearing those shoes. So I go in the room, drop my stuff off, come back out into the living room, and there is my 17-year-old son. Hey, Dad, how you doing? How was your day at work? That's already a red flag. Dude.
You never asked me how I'm doing.
Why are you speaking to me?
Right.
You don't talk to me. And I look down, and her shoes are gone.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, you got a girl in this house? What you talking about? I'm like, I'm not done. You got one more chance. Where's this girl out? I made her jump out the window, Dad.
Oh, no.
Was it a first floor window, I hope?
Yes.
Okay.
The
first floor
So
window.
is this woman terrified of you now? She doesn't even know you.
I've never been able to lay eyes on her because she refused to be around me.
Do you think this is helping his game?
I don't know. I don't care. I'm not responsible for his game.
Okay.
He got to get some of his own.
Well, he's trying.
Do you guys have time for my dumb teenage story?
Sure.
I was lucky when I graduated high school with the ladies, and I unfortunately at one time, each week in the month of August, a different girl told me she was pregnant.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yes. You know,
were they being honest?
Yes. I only had one. That was the dummy that got caught with the girl's shoes at the front door.
Okay.
I had one. He was stupid. But yeah.
So 1 out of 4 in August. Not bad odds. You'd be a pretty good baseball player.
Right. There was 2 abortions, 1 miscarriage, and then, my son. Well, my son's mother, the one I actually liked, I was asleep, and she was trying to wake me up, but she kept getting my answering machine. So she started pushing buttons on my answering machine. Well, on my answering machine was all the girls telling me that they were pregnant.
Oh, God, man.
And she got into the message spot because she was like, when I talked to her, there's a guy coming to the right there. When I talked to her, she was acting funny. I'm like, what's wrong with you? She was like, do you know the code for your answering machine? I was like, no, I barely ever checked the thing. She's like, you probably should. It makes this clicking noise when the answering machine comes on. I'm like, no. Why are you telling me this? She was like, so who's Jen, Sarah, and Angela? Exactly. I'm like, I don't know. How you know them? It was like, well, they're all on your answering machine. What do you think they had to tell you? I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Like, so you know. She was like, yeah, and then, I dedicated myself to proving I would never cheat again.
With her?
No, period.
Okay.
Period. After that, I was done.
Are you still with her?
No. I've been with my wonderful, wonderful wife for almost 20 years. Matter of fact, I'm the dude that called, my wife is the one that got attacked by that vicious turtle.
Oh yeah. I got her lip all messed up, and you kissed her anyway.
That's right. Give me a kiss, baby.
I'm gonna say we know she's in earshot because you called her beautiful twice.
How's your son doing now?
Oh, he's cool. I mean, he's 25 and living his life. Frustrated because when the pandemic started, he had 2 jobs. Even called me up proud. Dad, remember when you told me if I didn't get my stuff together in high school, I was going to get calluses on my hands? I was like, yeah. He was like, I got 3 calluses now.
I'm glad he made it, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, y'all have a good one. Love your show, y'all.
Hey, thank you.
All right, thank you, brother.
Who got busted? What did they get busted doing? 206-421-ROCK.
My beautiful wife. Like, she can hear him.
Yeah, right.
If you repeat it twice, yeah.
She is right next to me.
The greatest soul.
Best looking one of her whole friend group.
Even after her lip got destroyed by that turtle. Still love her face.
Who else makes you do that stuff?
What's that?
Like, you're right. If the wife's right there, you're going to over-compliment.
Right, you're beautiful twice. If you say, oh, man, I got my beautiful wife. It's like, all right, but if you say my beautiful wife, either you got married within the last day or they're within earshot.
Or you're either you could be in trouble or you want to do something. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you want to go to Portland for the weekend with your friends. That's when your wife.
Hey, my beautiful wife.
All right. Beautiful wife.
You know what, though? It's the same thing. And you realize the apple did not fall far from the tree because it called out his son because his son was just pleasant when he saw him. Hey, Dad, how are you? How was work, right? He got that from you, man. Beautiful wife, because she's there.
The same
hey,
thing.
Dad, how was work? Because I did something wrong.
I know something was wrong because he would never say that.
He talked to me.
Who got busted? What did they get busted doing? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Jess. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so back when I was probably about 14, my best friend and I, we used to get weed from a friend of ours that was probably 18, give or take, but he was, he had a car and he sold weed, etc. And so I had never seen Ocean Shores before. And one night, one evening, my best friend was like, hey, so-and-so, our lead buddy, he had his uncle's car for the weekend, and they were like, yeah, we're going to go to Ocean Shores. I'm like, oh, cool. So, they come and pick me up, and we get to Ocean Shores. Everything's great. We're having a great time. Well, we were out on the sand dunes, and I don't know if you guys know Ocean Shores in that little sleepy community area, but there's like maybe 2 police officers. And so this one police officer sees us on the dunes, runs the plates. Turns out the car was stolen. So our buddy, who had a license and also had warrants and a lot of weed, they immediately put all of us in handcuffs. And I'm freaking out because my mom thought that I was staying the night at my girlfriend's house overnight. And, there was more to it than that. So basically, that guy got busted because he had weed on him. We both got, we were somehow connected because we were in the vehicle. And, oh, man, it was, it was insane. First mugshot ever.
How did you get home?
I took a Greyhound. My mom told the police to just let me sit there. She wasn't going to come get me.
So how long were you in jail?
I didn't even, I was in a jail. I was like in there. They fingerprinted me and took a mugshot and then kept me in like a interrogation room. And about 6 hours later, they were like, well, your mom's not going to come get you. And they released me with my backpack and my Rathers. And it took like 12 hours from Ocean Shores via Greyhound and Metro bus to get back to Renton.
And what is it like when you walk in the house knowing your mom wants to kill you?
Oh, yeah, that was horrible. We didn't talk for a couple of days. Yeah. My buddy, who convinced me, like, oh, yeah, let's go to Ocean Shores, who was also a minor, he ended up, same thing. His mom was very upset, to say the least. And I don't know whatever happened to our buddy that had the stolen cars, because that wasn't the only stolen car. He had actually stolen a few more, plus, not to mention the weed that he had when we were all arrested out on the sand dunes.
I think we all have an idea.
You never saw that guy again?
No, I have no idea what happened to him. I'm sure he had probably some worse charges than just what we encountered that night.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that's probably the case.
See, if I'm your parent, I'm like, look, you paid the price because you had to ride that Greyhound bus back for 12 hours. Like, I think you've learned your lesson, especially after the time that you were sitting in, the cell there, and then
that's not Greyhound bus. I mean, if you have to hear something about your kid, like, all right, kid's got weed, all right, talk to him about that. You're in a stolen car. Bro, I've been in a stolen car. If you didn't steal it or you were unaware that it was stolen, I can't be mad at you about that.
Right, exactly.
Now, I say that now. Right. Now I'm thinking when the time comes. Yeah, I know. What I think will happen is I will respond the way I expect I'll respond, and then 3 hours later, I will come back and say, I can't hold the stolen car over you. What, are you going to walk into a nightmare? Real quick, a text comes in from a DoorDasher. Miles, you'll appreciate this. It says, DoorDasher here. I've swiped hella fries, chicken breasts from Popeyes, cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster, Oreo McFlurries before McDonald's sealed their bags. Whole Mexican platters when customers failed to respond by seconds because I want them. Donuts from Krispy Kreme, the list goes on.
Donuts from Krispy Kreme?
If this guy's your driver, you are not getting a
definitive amount in the box. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, that was pretty... Yeah, but they're all laying there flat.
Donut holes, you know what I mean?
You can sneak a hole or two.
Hey,
like a Tim's pit.
Nothing stops this guy.
Okay.
If you order it, he will eat it. God damn, man.
Who got busted, and what did they get busted doing? 206-421-ROCK.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.